This is unfortunately really sucks, and I was really hoping we'd get a post about this before we did this interview, but unfortunately we haven't quite finished assessing yet. So there has been a situation where someone got access to an admin account on our website.
Wow.
And we now understand how that happened. And we also understand, we don't fully understand the scope of everything that occurred here, but we're sort of in the process of like looking at
Still sane, Exile.
Bro, you guys see this? I was waiting, maybe it's something invisible exploding, and there was.
So to give you a feeling from, like, I played Warrior 91st. That was the first thing I did, and I would enjoy Warrior as an archetype the most. Would you say it's a fair statement to say the Warrior and mace skills and, you know, sort of that side of the tree in particular is in a state where it has the worst of all of them? So it has the worst of the defenses and armor, it has the worst effective HP in terms of life, and it has basically the worst offensive capabilities as well. So you could see why I'm feedbacking so hard in relation to this archetype.
He's feedbacking, bro.
Man, that's a brutal savaging, but I suppose I can't necessarily disagree with any of those.
Yeah, facts, bro, facts. He's feedbacking the fuck out of them right now.
Fair enough. We can move on to the next topic then, unless you have other statements on it.
What do they have?
Buff Titan.
Yeah. I mean, you are right that it effectively falls in that way. Yeah. Let's just sure.
Yep.
Okay. So moving forward here, we have Charm. So I saw that there was some notes.
Constantly killing his bosses with like really geared characters. So I feel like the vision is gone. I feel like Quinn and Quantric are fucking like crying in corners right now. We're gonna get Path of Exile 1 with better graphics, and they're not gonna get the game they wanted. We're gonna get Herald of Ice fucking forever, and they're gonna be crying in a little corner. The vision is over, boys. The vision is over. The money talked.
Ooh, you're so popular.
Okay? The money spoke. The vision is over. Quinn 69. Get fucked.
That's cope. That's cope. That's cope. He's coping so hard. What do you want? You're coping so... Bro, the nerf patch. The nerf patch is coming, bro. But I'll admit, they're being a bit of a pussy about it. And they're waiting till the season. The nerf patch is coming. It's coming. The vision is very much alive. You heard them. You heard them. Boss fights should not be getting trivialized upon reaching it. The game was released. It was rushed in early access with a ton of broken builds. There's still no. The vision is very much alive. Wait until the patch. Wait until the patch. The nerf hammer is coming, brother. It is coming. Where's the second page?
Whereas the goal of like the economic, sorry, not the sort of balance patch that's coming a little later would be like, okay, we'll have a new economy. We'll actually do like a proper balance pass where we get all of that stuff like more.
Because you scared everyone with that executioner photo in the Twitter post. I mean, it looked like the guillotine was about to drop.
Okay, yeah, people look into things, I think, a little bit too much. Okay.
If these changes are only going to happen on economy resets that are only every 3 months, there's only going to be 3 of these, like total, until full launch. People have lives, bro. Fuck, I don't want to be mean, but like, if your character getting nerfed in a video game is like a big deal to you, you really don't. Like, so come on.
Speaking of spawning citadels, did you guys happen to catch any of the conspiracy theories related to, you know, corpses pointing in directions, etc.?
It was so ridiculous. Like, whatever. People come up with crazy things. I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of people are struggling and falling off and can't sustain maps and are dying. And, you know, it's not like you get to end game and all of a sudden you're ultra powerful. But you certainly, a lot of people are getting to end game and then are just lost as to what to do. Right? Like, a lot of players really like to be told exactly. The problem is, I'd say that's, you know, again, I mentioned the bleed Hammer of the Gods thing earlier, where it's just now the bleed one-shots the monster and... You know,
as it should! As it should!
So there's a whole bunch of balance here to get right.
It's the fucking 24-second cooldown, the only skill this class has.
Implicitly, I don't want it to be like you can play any build and bleed.
It should kill that monster's family too.
More mechanics and more things we need to add, or
its
more unique
granddad.
It
should time travel and kill its ancestors.
Specifically,
it's tricky because generally speaking, when we're doing first pass,
we that are one. Protection. We that failed.
Nothing. You should be able
It
to
should
one-shot
definitely
it,
not be the case that the first time you fight a pinnacle boss that you one-shot it. Like, that's the kind of thing that maybe you can get to after crazy amounts of, like, extra items being found, but you shouldn't be doing that the first time you play it. So, yeah, it's not right. And that's just, you know, yeah, there's some builds that are outrageous. And
Devs arguing on
we want to actually make it so the boss can use their abilities. That's why we spend a bunch of time making them, after all. So, you know, yeah.
When you first get there and you're kind of relatively equipped for it, it shouldn't, like, it should still be a 1 to 3 minute fight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about 1 minute of emerging. I'm talking 1 to 3 minutes of actual skill combat. You know, not like.
Okay, this should be interesting, chat. Is my damage going to be non-existent, or is it going to be lots?
It burns.
Guys.
That's as intended.
It's hard. This is really hard.
Can't bleed on energy shield.
Uh-oh.
Like
you can...
Uh-oh, they don't know that?
It's not going to apply bleed on your
shield. Oh, no, they didn't know?
I don't think that's even true.
No.
I thought
No, they don't know. Don't tell them. Shh.
It does, but you can only apply a bleed if the hit deals damage to the life pool. So if you're playing CI, you're essentially immune to poison.
I will take your word for that, but if that is how that works,
no,
that's not how that is meant to work.
No.
I only say this because yesterday I heard someone upstairs.
Fuck CI players. That's everyone, by the way.
Talking about this and going like, people are just wrong. You can apply bleed to energy of a look. Because yesterday I heard someone upstairs talking about this and going like, people are just wrong. You can apply bleed to energy of a look, and then I was like, okay, but I'll confirm that after this. And look, if that's how that, if that is how that works, that is like
bleed was actually supposed to be like an anti-mage mechanic, not a like bleed was actually like as like anti-mage, bleed someone.
That's how it works.
Like that was kind of the idea there. So.
And I'm wrong. Then Quinn has thrown me under the bus because I asked that question from him. So.
Well, again,
we could easily be wrong. Like, it's amazing how it could be that it has
you are wrong. Also, could be that it has been changed internally and not yet externally. That is another thing also, and like someone may have fixed this 2 weeks ago and we never got it live or something. Who knows? Like, I'll look into it. It's not.
All right, moving forward here, we're on elements.
Biri 4'te, biri X'te, biri Q'da. Aleykümselam, hoş geldin. Bak şimdi. Tek atamadım ama.
An Omen of Corruption did. Do we corrupt it? Type 1 in chat if we just corrupt it as it is, guys, without Omen of Corruption. Val or no balls? Okay, I'm gonna show you my balls.
Okay, I don't know if my DPS is good enough for... What is happening? This game is stupid. Why do these bosses have on-death effects? Are you kidding me? Why? Why do they have on-death effects?
I wonder what happens if we put a tornado shot down in that. Oh god, that man still looks insane. Can someone clip that?
Oh, I did. I didn't see those explosions. Too bad. Oh no. It was like under all the ring.
We're gonna use this. So we're gonna be a Stormweaver, and then all damage is gonna be able to shock. So we're gonna be like, we're gonna cast on shock, voltaic mark, and this thing is gonna explode, and it has a 653 attack damage base times 1200. It's basically, the explosion is going to be basically a Herald of Ice times 2 on like a 1500 DPS mace. It's going to be a gigantic explosion. It's just going to like if that thing explodes, everything's going to die. Like rare, whatever. It's just going to shit his... Nova is an attack tag. Yeah. It's an attack tag. That's why it's so good.